Hey guys, today we're gonna talk about two words, Satan and demon, and I'm gonna explain to you where these words really come from and what do they really actually mean. When people hear the words Satan and demon, they usually think of pure evil, like red skin, horns, fire, temptation, but those images came much later. Originally, these words had very different meanings, and by tracing their roots through ancient languages, we can see how they transformed from simple descriptive terms into symbols of ultimate darkness. Let's start with the word Satan, okay? In the original Hebrew, the word is pronounced Satan. It comes from a verb meaning to oppose or to obstruct. So literally, Satan means adversary or accuser. In early Hebrew texts, it wasn't the name of a single being, it was a role, a title. A Satan could be any opponent, even a human one. When the definite article ha was added, ha Satan, it meant the adversary, a kind of heavenly prosecutor or a challenger. In the book of Job, for example, Hasatan appears as a member of the divine council, a figure who questions and tests humanity, but doesn't rebel against God. In the book of Zechariah, the same title appears again, the accuser, standing to a challenge of priests' worthiness. So early on, Satan wasn't a fallen angel or a cosmic villain. It was an official function in divine justice. Now things began to shift when the Hebrew scriptures were translated into Greek. In the Septuagint, the Greek version of the Old Testament, translators often use the word diabolos, which means slanderer or the one who throws a cross. That's where we get the English word devil from. In later Christian texts, both words appear, Satanas and diabolos, and over time their meanings fused. The adversary became the adversary, a single personified enemy of the God and humanity. By the time the New Testament was written, Satan had evolved into a spiritual antagonist, not just a courtroom accuser. Now, in Arabic, the same root idea appears in the word shaitan. It's related to a verb meaning to be distant or to go astray. So, shaitan literally means one who has strayed, someone separated from divine truth. In the Quran, shaitan refers to both the singular being Iblis and the whole class of tempters called shayateen. Again, the pattern is the same. What began as a description of opposition became the name of a spiritual force. Now let's turn to the second word, demon. This one has completely different origin. It comes from the ancient Greek word daimon. And here's the surprise. In Greek, daimon did not mean evil spirit. It meant a spirit, a divine power, or a guiding force, something between gods and humans. For example, Socrates famously said he had a daimonion, a guiding inner voice that warned him when he was about to make a mistake. For the Greeks, a daimon could be good, bad, or neutral. It simply described a non physical intelligence or fate spirit. Even the word eudaimonia, which means happiness or flourishing, literally means to be guided by a good spirit. So when Christianity spread through the Greek speaking world, the word daimon was reinterpreted. Its neutral spirits became the fallen or unclean, beings opposed to God. That's how daimon became demon in English, and its meaning flipped entirely. Meanwhile, in the ancient Near East, other cultures already had rich traditions of spirits, both protective and harmful. The Mesopotamians spoke of Sedu, guardian spirits that could protect or attack. In the early Hebrew writings, there are Shedim, spirits that appear rarely in the Bible but often in later Jewish folklore. Some were associated with foreign gods, others with wilderness spirits or disease. When these local traditions mixed with Greek ideas and later Christian theology, They blended into demonology. Okay? We recognize today a world of corrupted spirits serving the adversary. Now, over the centuries, translation choices, cultural exchange, and theology gradually merged these concepts. Satan, the accuser, and Daimon, the spirit, became locked together as forces of pure evil. Add a few thousand years of art, superstition, horror stories, and suddenly Satan ruled hell and demons tormented souls, far from their original, much subtler meanings. Okay? So, in summary, Satan once meant an adversary or accuser, a role, not a name. Demon once meant a spirit, neutral, not necessarily evil. But over time, language itself demonized them, turning titles into characters and ideas into villains. Words evolve with belief, and sometimes what we call evil today began as something far more complex, a mirror of conflict, conscience, and mystery in the human soul. I hope that clears it up for you guys. It's really fascinating, and I suggest you don't take my word for it. You do your own research always. Thanks for watching, guys.